Welcome to Ministry Minute. Welcome back to my office. It's in no better condition than it was last week, but quite a bit of work does get done here. Had an interesting question this week. What do you do when there is an issue of sin, almost certainly an issue of sin, and when that is confronted? And by the way, there is a process for confrontation, and we've done a very poor job of learning how to be people who address sin without also being confrontational. And that'll be the subject of another conversation for down the road. But my approach to this is when I talk with an individual or individuals who are involved in inappropriate behavior, I simply tell them what I have heard or what I have become aware of, and tell them, okay, I'm going to tell the story. I'm going to tell what I understand is happening. And when I get through, you'll have a chance to respond. And I want you to go ahead and make notes of anything that's not particularly clear or accurate in what's being said here. And so when I get through, I simply ask them, now, is what I have just told you, is that correct? And of course, this is a private conversation. This is just me and this individual. At times, due to the circumstances, my wife will be there. But if the person responds to me and says, no, that's not true, I'm not guilty of that moral sin, or I'm not guilty of having stolen, or whatever the case might be, my response to them is, okay, this issue is now between you and God. I've done my part. I am your pastor. I am responsible to have this conversation with you. And I pray with them. I reach out and take their hand. And I say, now, God, if there is a sin issue here that is not being confessed, that's not being addressed in a proper way, I'm out of the loop now. I've been told that there is no issue. And so, God, I'm putting it squarely in your hands. And if you will, please take care of it and deal with it as only you can. I do not set the person down in spite of the fact that I have suspicions. I'm not the policeman. The Bible says, let everything be established by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. And if there's only 1 or 2 persons who have come to me, and that's kind of sketchy. So I confront it. I allow them to listen to the story as I understand it, to respond to the story, to declare themselves whether it's accurate or not. And then if they say it's not true, even though sometimes later they come back and say, you know what, I wasn't honest with you. I was involved in sin. I leave that with God and let the Lord handle it. Hope Ministry Minutes helped you today. It's part of the challenges of doing pastoral work in this particular century.